Royal romance alert. William vows to marry Kate in every lifetime. Everyone thinks they know this story. A prince, a commoner, a royal wedding watched by the world. But then came the vow that stopped people cold. William didn't speak of crowns or duty. He spoke of lifetimes. And the truth is, this promise was never meant for public ears. The idea that Prince William would choose Kate Middleton again and again, in every lifetime, did not emerge from a single dramatic moment. It was built quietly, over years of testing, separation, fear, and unwavering return. And that is what makes it powerful. Because this is not a fairy tale told forward. It is a love proven backward. The emotional core of this story appears early, long before marriage, long before titles. William was a young man shaped by loss before he understood love. His childhood taught him that royal marriages can look perfect and still collapse in pain. He learned that being watched does not protect a relationship. Sometimes, it destroys it. So when Kate entered his life, she didn't just offer affection. She represented a different future. A quieter one, a steadier one, and that scared him more than loneliness ever could. Their early bond was unremarkable on the surface. University life, shared friends, ordinary routines. But beneath that normality was something William had never known. Safety without performance, affection without obligation. Kate didn't chase the prince. She accepted the man. That difference mattered. What followed was not immediate certainty, but resistance. William pulled away from the very thing that made him feel whole. He questioned himself. He questioned the cost. He questioned whether love could survive a life that had already broken one marriage he loved deeply. This is where the story turns. The breakup that shocked the public was not coldness. It was fear disguised as control. William needed to know if Kate could exist without him, because he needed to know if choosing her would someday trap her in regret. Kate answered without words. She lived. She endured scrutiny without complaint. She maintained dignity without bitterness. She showed that her identity was not dependent on proximity to a throne. And in doing so, she became undeniable. William came back changed, not impulsive, certain. This time, he was not asking whether Kate fit into royal life. He was asking whether any version of his life made sense without her. The proposal that followed was not theatrical. It was private. Africa, a place William associated with clarity and emotional honesty. He carried his mother's ring not as symbolism for the public, but as reassurance for himself. A reminder that love could survive loss without repeating it. Marriage did not soften the pressure. It amplified it. Kate entered an institution that measures women relentlessly. She was judged for her background, her silence, her patience. And she absorbed it all with restraint that reshaped how William understood strength. He watched her choose composure when reaction would have been easier. He watched her protect their relationship by not feeding narratives. He watched her prioritize their children's stability over public approval. And quietly, the promise took form. Not spoken into microphones, not declared in interviews, but lived. When William speaks of Kate, there is no theatrical language. There is grounding, familiarity, respect. That tells you everything. Because love that survives pressure does not need exaggeration. Parenthood deepened that bond. Watching Kate mother their children altered William's internal compass. He saw not just his partner, but the architect of emotional normalcy in an abnormal world. He saw someone capable of holding tradition and tenderness in the same breath. That is, when the vow became timeless. Not because it sounded romantic, but because it felt inevitable. Every crisis since has tested that certainty. Public speculation, family tension, media intrusion. And through it all, William's loyalty has remained unshaken. Not performative, not defensive, just present. Royal marriages often survive on image. This one survives on alignment. When observers say William would choose Kate in every lifetime, they are not responding to fantasy. They are responding to pattern. Consistency. The way he centers her without diminishing his role. The way he protects her without erasing her autonomy. This is not a man bound by obligation alone. This is a man anchored by choice. The idea of multiple lifetimes resonates because it reflects how deeply this relationship is integrated into his sense of self. Kate is not an accessory to his future. She is the foundation beneath it. And that distinction is rare. William has never chased attention with romance. He has never oversold affection. Which is precisely why the idea of such a vow feels believable. It aligns with who he is. Reserved, intentional, loyal to the core. Behind palace walls, the gestures are small. A glance, a hand, a shared silence. Those moments reveal a truth louder than public declarations ever could. If time reset, if history rewrote itself, if duty stripped away its privileges and its weight, William would still look for Kate. Because love chosen freely, after fear, after doubt, after testing, is not conditional. It is elemental. This story endures not because it is dramatic, but because it is disciplined. Not because it is loud, but because it is consistent. Not because it promises perfection, but because it demonstrates commitment. And perhaps that is the most radical romance of all. A future king who understands that power fades, relevance shifts, and legacy is fragile. But the right partner steadies everything. In every lifetime, the choice remains the same. Not because it must, but because it always has been.